Happy New Year, NBA. The 72nd regular season starts Tuesday night when Boston heads to Cleveland and Houston goes to Golden State. Fans in Cleveland will boo Kyrie Irving, fans in Oakland will cheer the Warriors' latest championship banner, and the march toward April will finally be underway. The offseason was loaded with changes. Carmelo Anthony and Paul George went to Oklahoma City, Gordon Hayward and Irving went to Boston, Isaiah Thomas got sent to Cleveland, Jimmy Butler is now in Minnesota and Paul Millsap calls Denver home. That's 7 All-Stars who moved, a record for an NBA offseason. Every coach who started last season will start this season. That's an NBA first. Here's 10 things to know about the NBA season that is finally here. 10. Quick starters. San Antonio, Toronto, and Miami will likely start 1-0 because under current management, San Antonio, Toronto, and Miami almost always start 1-0. Spurs coach Greg Popovich is 18-2 on opening night, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey is 7-1 and Heat coach Eric Spoelstra is 7-2. Spoelstra has started 1-0 in each of the last 6 seasons, the longest such run in the NBA. A coach in need of a 1-0 start. Try New Orleans' Alvin Gentry. He's dropped 5 straight openers and is 2-9 on opening night. Brooklyn, Orlando, Milwaukee, and Utah have the league's longest current opening night losing streaks, starting 0-1 in each of the last 4 seasons. 9. From distance. Last season was the 3rd straight where the NBA's team's single-season three-point record fell, starting with Houston, 933 in 2014-15, Golden State, 1,077 in 2015-16, and Houston again, 1,181 from 2016-17. Between the Rockets, Cleveland, Boston and the Warriors, 4 of the 5 highest single-season three-point totals in history came last season. Don't expect the 3-ball to go away anytime soon either. 8. LeBron's marks. LeBron James' list of milestones is about to get longer. He comes into the season 1,213 points shy of becoming the 7th NBA player to reach 30,000, meaning it should happen by about the All-Star break barring any extended absence. He's also on pace to eclipse the 8,000 rebound and 8,000 assist marks this season. The only other player in NBA history with 25,000 points, 6,000 rebounds and 6,000 assists is Kobe Bryant. James already has all those numbers and counting. 7. Where's the defense? In 2014-15, half the league, 15 teams, held opponents under 100 points per game. 2 seasons later, San Antonio and Utah were the only teams that managed the feat. The league's planned crackdown on traveling this season might help, but it'll be interesting to see if defensive numbers improve in this era of three-point reliant, pace and space basketball. 6. Maybe Minnesota. Think about this, with apologies to fans in the Pacific Northwest, there have been more NBA playoff games in Seattle over the last 13 years than in Minneapolis. This will finally be the year that changes. The Timberwolves, who last reached the postseason in 2004, should return this spring even in a loaded Western Conference with Karl-Anthony Towns, Andrew Wiggins and new addition Jimmy Butler leading the way. 5. Spurs chase history. If the Spurs win 41 games this season, a safe bet, it'll be the 21st consecutive season where San Antonio finishes the regular season at .500 or better. That would tie the NBA mark in that department, matching the feat set by the Utah Jazz from 1983-84 to 2003-04. The Spurs set a record for consecutive winning seasons last year with their 20th. Utah was 41-41 in 1984-85. 4. Dirk's longevity. Dallas's Dirk Nowitzki enters the season 31 games away from passing Kevin Willis for number 6 on the NBA's all-time list. At 48,673 minutes, he's also within striking distance of number 5 Elvin Hayes, 50,000, number 4 Jason Kidd, 50,111, And number 3 Kevin Garnett, 50,418. 3. Steph Watch. Stephen Curry will have just turned 30 when this regular season ends. And by then, he legitimately could be number 3 on the NBA's all-time three-point list. Curry starts the season number 10, and at his current pace will pass Ray Allen for the top spot sometime in the 2019 to 2020 season. 2. New deadline. No longer will the All-Star Game be overshadowed by talk of who's getting moved where, like last year, when DeMarcus Cousins was traded to the Pelicans, while players were still in locker rooms in New Orleans immediately after the game. The trade deadline will now be 10 days before the All-Star break, so this season, that means February 8. 1. And the winner is, how can anyone pick against Golden State right now? The Warriors will get their third title in 4 years, which is the easiest prediction possible. So we'll finish this with some probably less than chalk picks. LeBron James is going to reclaim the MVP award. The Rockets will have a game where they connect 30 times from three-point range, and Charlotte's Steve Clifford will be Coach of the Year.